Hello and welcome to Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and it's part 4 of our Bring Back Max Power series, where we're continuing to look at the September 1999 edition of Max Power magazine. So, why are we bringing back Max Power? Well, on the 23rd of July 2023, just over a month's time, we'll be heading to the Max Power reunion show. You can expect to see things like 17 old school retro Peugeots from Ecos, Project 2000, Project Slam, 2 special unveils. As I said, the Ecos display, original retro, modified retro, British Touring Car Championships and rally cars, modern day builds, audio cars, stage with DJ Richie Dawn, 10 awards, and the Babes Car Wash. So, and it's also the 30th anniversary of when Max Power magazine came out back in 1993. 30 years of Max Power, celebrating the car scene. So, without much further ado, let's get into part 4 of this Bring Back Max Power. And we kick off today's part with Starsky's Skyline and the case of the man with some boxes who gets a kicking after a chase. So this is I'm going to say, is it an R32, R33 Skyline? Let's have a wee look. It's an R32. I've done a 7-second quarter mile. So why don't we have a look at the tech spec of this R32. So engine wise, it's an HKS Performance Cams uprated ECU with standard turbos, arc induction kit with twin filters, engine's been polished, adjustable vernier pulleys, and a truss exhaust system. Transmission is the factory 5-speed manual gearbox, and suspension wise, it's got Apexi suspension, fully adjustable for height, ride and camber, and it's been lowered 40mm. Brakes are the standard Skyline brakes, 310mm vented discs with 4-pot calipers, and Ferrado DS2000 performance pads. Wheels and tyres on this Skyline are Compomotive MO wheels with 245/40 Bridgestone's S01 tyres. The wheels have a 10mm offset which brings them out by 25mm, as recommended by Skyline racing guru Rod Bell. Bodywork has got a Nismo front spoiler with extra vents for intercooler. Respray in Nissan Flying Red with white stripes by Speedline Graphics. Max power of this car is 440 brake horsepower. You're looking at a top speed of 170 mph. And a 0 to 60 of 4 seconds. Could you just imagine if this car was in Starsky and Hutch? We'd have caught the baddies in next to no time. Next up we have write-off, which is basically letters, faxes, emails, photos and any other weird shit you've sent in. So that's just basically from readers. And next to that we've got an advert for the Spanner Professional Swear By Not At. And that's the Halfords Professional Ratchet Spanner. Lets you loosen the tightest nuts in the tightest spaces. It has a mechanism based on a movement of a Swiss watch. So now you can take the nut off the bolt without having to take the skin off your knuckles. And that's Halfords, we go the extra mile. Again, continuing write-off. And a wheel bearing for an 87 RS Turbo on a Sunday afternoon? Well, yes actually. Every Halford superstore has 100,000 car part fitments permanently in stock. So if you want a wheel bearing for a 1987 Escort RS Turbo, chances are we'll have it. And because people like to work on their cars on Sundays, we're open on Sundays. Then we'll have an advert for Magnex performance exhausts. Let's see, if there was any, there was only 2 stockists in Scotland at that time. and that was Falkland Performance Centre in Glenrothes and Ava and Renfrew in Scotland. Ibiza in an Ibiza. Take one maxed hot hatch mixed with scorching sun, scantily clad babes, and a list full of drugs, throw in the world's best DJs, clubs, and trance-inducing tunes. Add one max reader and wait for the carnage to kick off. So the car we used was the SBG modified Seat Ibiza. The country, well, we know we went to Ibiza. The clubs. The best two clubs Max Power found were Ministry of Sound based at Pasha, the most stylish club in Ibiza, and Cream based at Amnesia, the biggest club in the world. Should have taken more cash and done more of everything if that's possible. Then you've got your drugs, the birds. As we always say, this was the culture back in the day about the girls and the drugs. Well, we don't recommend taking drugs, but that was what it's probably like in Ibiza, and probably still is in Ibiza. The beaches and the bars. If we're friendly up for a laugh, be warned, they could be ladyboys. Then next month in Max Power, we've got beautiful, fully modified Danny. Right, tells us about her A-levels and degree when she gets them out. Full GTI tuning report. Head units under £200, monster guide, Britain's best Cavaliers thrashed to death, got pod racers or bollocks. Kamikaze, gang of Japanese mechanics head for Germany to break the record for the fastest streetcar on public roads. 216 mile an hour, anyone? Street racing in Birmingham. Max Power versus the cops, karting carnage. Then we'll have an advert for Kenwood, Car Hi-Fi, Serious Kit. Be careful where it takes you. Then we'll have another feature car. So this is decked out in the royal colour of purple. The PDS demo car is a king in the world of ice cars. So this is an Escort RS Turbo, maybe? Let's find out. Yeah, I think it's an RS Turbo. So kit-wise, let's have a look at the ICE layout on this car. So you've got an Akumishi MB100 6-disc head unit, Phoenix Gold TB AT-1, Image Dynamics CD2 horns, Image Dynamics 8-inch speakers, system fuses. You've got your Phoenix Gold EQ232 31 band equalizer, 3x Phoenix Gold ZPA 05 amps, Phoenix Gold ZPX2 crossover, Phoenix Gold Bass Cube, and Phoenix Gold Cyclone. Then moving over, we've got an advert for Panasonic. It comes to life after dark. RS Turbo versus Testarossa. Round 2. So in the max corner, we've got the Ford Escort RS Turbo. It's worth about £8,500 and it's got 300 brake horsepower. quarter mile done at 13.42 seconds at 110.62 mile an hour. In the rich corner, we've got a Ferrari Testarossa, about £40,000, and brake horsepower is 380 brake horsepower. Quarter mile of the car done was in 13.81 seconds at 105 mile an hour, 0.25. So that looks like a win for the Escort RS Turbo. Next up we have another feature car. This is the Eggman Mobile. So what is this strange little Honda? Let's go and find out. So this is a 656cc Honda Life. I like eggs, but I wouldn't name my company after one. So why don't we have a look at the tech spec on this little Honda. As we said, it's a 656cc 3-cylinder 12 valve. It's got an Eggman air filter, AB Flug exhaust system with 2.5 inch tailpipes. Transmission is on automatic. Suspension wise, it's got an Eggman strut brace, Eggman shocks and springs front and rear. Brakes, front are glad discs and rear are standard discs. Wheels and tyres are 6x14 inch Advan Racing Touring competitions on 185/45 R14 Advan Neovas. Bodywork has got a full Eggman body kit consisting of front and rear bumper, side skirts for vents and rear wing, chrome mirrors and single wiper, Eggman sun visor. Interior wise, it's got an Eggman wheel, dash and door panels retrimmed in yellow cloth, chrome effect paint, Eggman egg shaped, gear knob, chrome effect air vents, kill switch style tab lighter, Eggman race seats, Pyrotect 4-point harnesses, Omani gauges. In-car entertainment is getting round to it. Security, it's probably not the best Ram Raider. Performance wise, max power 48 brake horsepower, max speed 84 mile an hour, 0 to 60 a really long time. And we're going to finish this section just on this advert here. He's ready for action, he knows what he wants, he's got a certain style, he's a man with a plan. So if you were looking for a national traineeship to kickstart your career, then this would be the number you would call back in 1990. Is it 90? It was 99. Yes, 1999. This would be the number you would call if you want to look for a traineeship. Anyhow, as always, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV. And we'll catch you in another part of Bring Back Max Power soon. Thanks for watching.